Welcome in the kitchen. It's not supper time yet, but it will be after a while. And I'm going to fix chicken fried rice for supper. So I need rice and I need it to be cold. So we're going to cook us some rice. We're going to let it just sit today and then we'll come back when it is supper time and cook our supper. So what we need for our rice is a half a stick of butter, which is what I usually start with. Y'all hear Andy over there on his perch at the window. And let's see, I need 2 cups of rice. There he goes with my lights. Turn the lights on. So we'll add our 2 cups of rice into our pot with our, shh, Andy, be quiet, turn that down, they can't hear me for you. There's our 2 cups of rice. I have to open me up another big thing of rice. I buy it 20 pounds at a time because we eat a lot of rice around here. And y'all know, if you've watched me cook rice before, I always brown it. Always. It just cooks better. It's so much, it's just better. Some people rinse their rice until it runs clear water. I've never done that. I didn't even know you were supposed to do that. So this is the way I do it. I may try that sometime just to see how it does. See if it does any better or worse or about the same. So, here we go. This is going to brown. I have 4 cups of water sitting here. And to that water, I'm going to add a tablespoon, a heaping tablespoon of this chicken bouillon right here. So, I'm going to get me a little whisk to kind of whisk that up a little bit. I don't think y'all can see that, but it's right here. Because we're making chicken fried rice. And y'all can do this. You can add the soy sauce or teriyaki sauce or whatever you want to it. Or you can make chicken fried rice and make it what I would call American chicken fried rice. And just add your herbs and things, and herb chicken fried rice. But tonight we're going to do the traditional with the soy sauce. She is barking. Andy, let her outside. Andy, let Coco outside. Coco, go outside. All right, now we've got that taken care of. And our rice is starting to cook here a little bit. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. And y'all know I always do 2 cups of rice and 4 cups of water, or 1 cup of rice and 2 cups of water. It's always 2 to 1 with me. There's been a big controversy over how I cook my rice. But that's the way I do it. And that's the way we like it. Now, if you want to make yours different, make it a little drier, add a little less water. If you want to make it more sticky, add more water. That's up to you. It's a personal preference, but that's what I do. And that's just a good rule of thumb to start with. If you've never been one to cook much rice, that's a good starting point to then adjust to whatever you like. This is starting to turn white. I'm going to bring y'all over here so you can see it really good. You see how that rice, some of it is turned white, some of it's still translucent. You want it to all turn that white color. turn white or even just brown. Sometimes it'll just brown real pretty if I'm doing it, you know. But this I'm going to fry again, so as long as I get most of it to turn the white, then I'll dump this water in here, turn it down, put the lid on it, and let it cook till it absorbs all the water. And then I'll just leave it sitting back here on the stove for the rest of the time, and then I'll get our other stuff ready, and we'll fry it all up here after a while. I've got a whole watermelon over here I'm going to juice for Mr. Andy. I asked him if he wanted it juiced, and he said yes. So I'm going to juice him a watermelon, a whole watermelon. All right, it's starting to brown a little bit, so I'm going to turn that down, and I'm going to add this broth. You can just use 4 cups of chicken broth. You can just use plain water. You can do beef. You can do chicken tomato. And I am going to do Mexican with y'all here one night real soon, because I've been wanting Mexican. All right, lid going on. Got it turned down, not quite all the way to low, but that'll cook up here in just a few minutes, and I'll be back and when we get ready to fry it, okay? Okay, y'all, we're getting ready to fix our chicken, and I brought y'all in. Let me turn the lights on. He's been turned them off on us. Okay, this is just chicken breasts in my food processor, my whirligig, my chopper, my food processor. It's got a double blade, this one does. And this is how I make my ground chicken. I want y'all to see this. Just turn it on, pulse it. Y'all see how easy that is to make ground chicken? Boom. That's all it takes. And we've got ground chicken. Still a little bit frozen, but that's all right. These blades took care of it. Whirling around there at 90 miles an hour, or however fast they were going. Don't know how fast they were going. All right, I'll turn y'all back around here so you can see the stove. And in my skillet, I have some onions, some red, yellow, orange, and green peppers, some celery, and I'm going to do some carrots in this chopper here in just a minute. Matter of fact, I think I'll do my carrots the other way. Let's do that. We'll just set our chicken right there. It's ready to go. Now let's get us some carrots ready to go. Let me show y'all how I'm going to do that. All right, crunch down. Y'all got to crunch down so I can get out our little handy dandy thing here that we use for slicing and dicing and all kinds of good things. Let's see where the other little piece to it is. It's little. I know, I've just put them up here. There it is. Okay. Here's this. All right, now I'm going to turn y'all off while I wash and peel a couple carrots. Y'all see our little chopper here? Turn it this way maybe. Y'all can see as it comes out. I'll try to do it backwards. This has got a little adjustment here that I can bring up these little julienne blades. Turn the lights on. Here's how our carrots are. Look how tiny they are and how thin. You can make them as thin or as thick. That's with this side. And this side over here makes some juliennes. So I'm going to do these 2 carrots here. Some of them didn't cut all the way through, so I'm just kind of pulling them apart. They'll be just fine. That's plenty of carrots. 2 carrots. 2 carrots is all we need. He's running in and out. All right, now then, got 2 carrots done. I've also got some corn. I've also got some peas. This is a 1-dish supper. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. And I'm going to add these carrots in here. I will not add the corn and peas until the very end. The very end. I'm going to add some butter, about 4 tablespoons of butter. You can use oil, you can use peanut oil if you're going to use a peanut sauce or something with it. Use any kind of oil. But I like butter, so we're using butter. All right, we're going to get this to going. And as the water starts coming out of it, then I'll add the chicken. Got us something right here to cook this with. Can y'all see what we're doing? I've just got a bag of frozen peas and I've got some corn that I froze last year. Now then, maybe y'all can see a little bit better. This right here can just get all stirred up, because we want to get all the water out of this. These are onions that we grew together. I watched me plant them back in March, I think. We planted onions. We've still got just a few that are still growing out there. I'm going to leave them. Let them get as big as they will. I keep watering them. So we'll see how big they get. These did not get very big. I don't really remember how Daddy grew onions. Daddy grew onions, and I like to pull them, and I like to plant them, but I don't remember the middle part of what he did with his onions. There's our chicken. I'm going to slide it back so y'all can see better. Turn this way up on high because I want it to be hot. And then back here's our rice we cooked earlier. And it'll go in at the end. While this is doing, I'm going to step over here and get us out some soy sauce. Here's our soy sauce. And you do not want to add any salt to this if you're using traditional soy sauce. If you're using low sodium soy sauce, you might add some other seasoning of some sort, but mine's just regular. And I just adjust my salt content accordingly. Okay? So y'all need to be aware of that because soy sauce is extremely salty. But like I said, if you don't want to use soy sauce and you want to use some other seasonings and flavors in here, that is perfectly fine. Let me grab out one more thing. Two more things. Y'all know I can't cook without mushrooms. Y'all know that I have to have my mushrooms. I do. Let me get me a cutting board. I'm going to cut them and throw them right in here. And I'm going to kind of chop these, just kind of pretty good sized pieces, but they're more chopped than just sliced. If you don't like mushrooms, leave them out. You'll be just fine. We love mushrooms, so I add it to everything. And if you watched me cook, you know I add mushrooms to everything. We use a ton of mushrooms. I thought about growing mushrooms, but I don't really know how. But there are so many different kinds that you could grow. But I'd love to try some of them. But it's just not something I have put in my repertoire of things to do yet. I guarantee you I'll give it a shot at some point because that's just the way I am. My daddy raised me to say, if somebody else can do it, you can do it. You just have to learn how. And my daddy would never let me say I can't, because he'd say, yes, you can. You just don't know how. So, y'all, if you've got children, encourage them. Don't let them say I can't, because they probably can. They just don't know how. Now, there are certain instances where, you know, you can't for whatever reason, maybe physical or impairments or whatever, and you can't do certain things. And I get it. But encourage your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren to do. All right, some of this water is about to come out of this. It's about to all be out, actually. Y'all, I want me one of those Blackstone griddles. That's on my wish list of things to get. Because I'd love to have one to cook on outside. There's so many things y'all can do with them. And I'd love to show y'all all the things you can do with a griddle like that. A friend of mine bought one and they just love it. Alright, now then I'm going to add this chicken. Just dump it right in there. Kaboom, just like that. All that chicken that we ground up. That over in the sink out of our way. And y'all, ground up chicken cooks extremely fast. It does not take it but just a couple of minutes to cook. And like I said, this is a very quick meal. Especially, and I probably will do this in a minute, is go ahead and fix me some carrots like this and put them in the freezer or the refrigerator. You've got them for any kind of a dish that you need chopped carrots in. Your onions are already prepared. Mushrooms, sometimes y'all know I pull them out of the freezer, but I just happen to have good fresh ones today, so that's what I went with. And my skillet's probably going to be too full by the time I get the rice in it. And y'all are going to fuss at me and say, my skillet's too full. Well, you know what? I know it's going to be. But I don't have a bigger one. I need a bigger need a bigger skillet, don't I? Need a bigger skillet. Y'all see how quick that chicken's cooking up? Very, very fast. There's a little piece of carrot that escaped. All right, we're going to let that cook there. And then check and see if our corn's thawed out. It is. Andy's gone to his room now, y'all. He won't come back till time to eat because he knows it's about ready. That's the way he does. You know that. That's the way he does. See, it's still got some liquid down in there. Can y'all see that? Still got quite a bit of liquid. So I want all that liquid to evaporate. There he is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw this corn in there. That's some corn that I froze last year. I don't know if traditional fried rice has corn or not, but I always add it. We like it. I'm going to throw in a few peas. Not many because I don't like peas. I like fresh peas. I do like fresh peas out of the garden, raw, but once they're cooked, I'm not a fan. But hubby likes them, so I add them to things. And I think that corn just adds a little bit of yellow to that. You've got yellow and red with your red peppers and green, with your peas and orange, with your carrots. All right, this is still way up on high because you're supposed to cook this real fast. You're supposed to vroom, 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 cook it real, real fast, aren't you? Now then, we need one more thing. One more thing. We need some eggs. And for this much, I need a bigger bowl. For this much, how many eggs y'all think I need? About 6. Got 7 right here. Let's just use 7. I'm just going to crack them all right here in this bowl. I usually do them separately. Y'all know that. But tonight, I'm risking it. I'm living on the edge. There's 6. One more. 7 eggs. Just because that's what I had right there in that container. Y'all know I have no rhyme or reason a lot of times with what I cook or how much I cook or how much I add to this or that. We're going to whip these eggs up right like this. Get them all ready to scramble up good in here. There again, I want all this water out there. That corn is real sweet. Some I put up last summer. About out. It's about corn time, so that's good, right? That's good. Let me move this. Slide that back just a little bit. Maybe that'll... And I am going to cook this in 2 batches, y'all. So I'll put that up there. That's what I cut the carrots in. Okay, y'all, I've been over to the pantry. And I've got out this sesame teriyaki sauce. And we're going to give it a taste. And then we might just use it instead of soy sauce tonight, if it tastes good. If we can get it open. There we go. Shake it up good. Oh yes, I think that's what we'll use. Still fairly salty, but it has a wonderful flavor. I love teriyaki. I make my own a lot of times. I have done that with y'all. If you go back and watch a freezer prep, I made some and put it over some pork, and it was really good. All right, now then, you see what I'm doing? I'm making me a little place right here, because most of that water, you can tell, it's about gone out of there. So I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. And right here, I'm going to throw these eggs in there. Right there. We're going to scramble up those eggs. Scramble up these eggs. Like I said, I'm going to cook this in two goes in the skillet, because, surprise, 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 I've got too much food. Y'all should know by now that I tend to do that. So I'm going to take out about half of this rice right here. Well, I don't need to do that. I'll leave that. I just need to take out this once it gets... All right, our eggs are cooking. Maybe should have put a little bit of butter in there. Get me a different spatula to really scrape that up good. This right here is the one I want, just this little egg flipper. Get underneath there. There we go. Otherwise your eggs just cook on the top and they just keep going, don't they? Now then. Turn that down a little bit more as these cook. Y'all can do the same thing with pork. You can grind your pork the same way, stick it in a food processor if you want to. Grind it up. Make ground pork loin. Sure can. Make pork burgers, turkey burger. Do whatever. Sure can. Absolutely can. All right, let me scoop out some of this. And I'm going to put it right up here. About half of it. And half of the eggs. Now then. A few more eggs. There we go. While I freeze whatever this is left, right now I'm going to put in about half of this rice that we cooked earlier. There we go. And y'all see how it just falls apart. It's just fluffy rice. And we're just going to stir it up here. Right around here. Now then, I'm going to add a little bit of sesame oil to help it brown a little bit, because, you know, we want it to brown, don't we? Oh, that sesame oil smells good. It sure does. Sure does. All right, now then I'm going to add some of this shiitake mushroom powder because I don't have any shiitake mushrooms. So we're going to add that. All right, now then let's add our teriyaki sauce. Like I said, there's no measurements, no rhyme or reason to anything I do. It's just mix it till you like the flavor and you like the color, and it's all mixed up well. All right, let's get us something and taste it. Let's get us a fork, because y'all know you have to taste as you go. That's really good, y'all. It's good, just like that. I could use just a... No, I think that's it. I don't think it needs another thing. All right, I'm going to put it in this dish right here. I'm going to do the other half. In fact, I'm going to use this big scoop. Got some on the stove. All right, back in here with this. And in here with the rest of our rice. Put some sesame oil in there, about that much. And y'all, what I do with what's left, I've got these little aluminum containers I get at Sam's. They're just small little 3 by 5 containers with lids, just like little takeout containers. And I put it in that, wrap them in plastic wrap good, label it, put them in the freezer. And then we've got lunches, we've got dinners for another time. If you've got a lot left, you can always just put it in a bigger one and have enough for 2 or 3 or whatever, 4 people. And you don't have to cook again. Because something like this is real easy to make a whole lot at one time. All right, I'm going to turn that off. And we're going to call this done. Yes, we are. We're going to call this done. This is a 1-dish meal, quick. Very quick weeknight meal. And like I said, use teriyaki, use soy sauce, use a little bit of both. Use orange chicken sauce. If that's what you want. Okay. There you go. I'm going to eat this right here because it's stuck. That's what the cook gets to eat, don't they? Turn y'all up so you can see me. All right. That is very good. Very, very delicious. Okay. Y'all make you some chicken fried rice or some pork fried rice or whatever kind of fried rice you want. But there you go. You got one dish, one deal, one skillet to clean up. You know, it's all right there together. That's all you need. We'll get us something to drink, put us a little bit of this in a bowl, and we'll be ready to eat our supper here in a minute. So, y'all remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell for notifications so you won't miss a video. That'll be all for this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.